Today I'm going to show you how I do my weekly journal in a more relaxed style video. By the end of this video, I hope you'll feel inspired to get out your sketchbook and draw a small part of your day. I'm going to show you how I journal in my weekly journal, and I'm also going to go through the reasons why I chose this journal for this year. Be sure to drop a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe to see more of my creative content. This year I'm using the Hobonichi Day Free to collect the most special memories from each month. Alongside the Hobonichi Day Free, I also wanted a way to document small moments from every day, so I decided to try the weekly calendar. The book that I'm using is the Hobonichi 2024 weekly calendar. I got this book as I really like the idea of having a weekly journal which was completely made up of sketches. I often carry a sketchbook around with me, so this is kind of replacing my sketchbook for the time being. So let's do some journaling. Step 1. Sketch. I've written under each day some small anecdote from that day. It doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to trigger my memory. It's actually surprising how much we forget on a day-to-day basis, and that has always been the main reason for my journaling. With these notes, I then either draw from a photo reference or I draw from memory. The more you draw from references, the less and less you will begin to need them. You will notice your muscle memory has increased, and then suddenly you know how to draw a bowl or a cup without looking at a reference. Obviously in your own unique style of drawing, but all that will come naturally the more you practice. I might actually do a video talking about how to find your illustration style, so if you'd like that, please let me know in the comments. Step 2. Pen. After I've sketched all the little things from my day and I'm happy with the layout, I will then use a pen to do the outlines or go straight in with watercolour. To be honest, most of the time I just use a pen without the pencil underneath. I really recommend doing this too. It takes away that fear of making mistakes and it helps you loosen up with your drawings. Step 3. Colour. Now I've done all the outlines, I can start to fill them in with colour. Today in my journal, I've decided to go with watercolour and then a little bit of colour pencils. Usually I just go with whichever medium I feel like using on that day. The Hobonichi paper is very unique in the fact that it is incredibly thin, but it doesn't bleed through to the other side, and you can use watercolours as long as you don't add too much water. You might notice the pages crinkle a little bit, but to be honest, that doesn't bother me personally, and I still really like the way it looks. So those are the 3 steps that I take to do my drawing weekly journal, but I want to really talk about the reasons why I chose this journal in the first place. So I've got 3 main reasons for this. Reason 1, practice. I want to draw more this year, and I don't mean sitting down to draw a full art piece, although yes, I would like to do that. I'm more referring to little sketches every day to keep my hands active. When you learn to draw, it requires muscle memory, just like playing the piano or lifting weights. Anything you do repeatedly builds muscle memory, and it's no different with drawing. The more you practice, the more your muscles remember the movements and shapes your hands make when you're drawing, in turn getting easier each time. I want to do these little sketches every day so that I can improve my muscle memory with my drawing, and so I don't forget the skills that I've learned. Drawing things repeatedly over and over again also helps you build your style of illustration, and you quickly learn which styles you do and don't like. Reason 2, visual. I really love the idea of having a completely full journal of drawings. Mixed media journaling is my favourite style, and that means you can basically use anything you want in your journals to document your days. So most of my journals have a mixture of paper, pictures, stickers, paints, etc. But I would like to do a full journal purely of illustrations just to see what it looks like. I had a sketchbook given to me by a good friend of mine. I carried this little book around with me, and throughout the day I randomly get it out to doodle things I had seen, things I'd eaten, or things I had done. Then I would take the drawings back home and develop a more detailed piece from those sketches. I loved doing this. Usually I find sketching a little difficult, but with this notebook, for some reason, I just would get it out all the time to draw in. I think it was because the pages had squares on them. I know that sounds weird, but psychologically, if you're faced with a blank page, it feels so daunting to then have to fill it with some amazing drawings. I found having the page with marks already on it doesn't feel as overwhelming. Weird, right? As a bonus, the little squares also help with spacing and layout if you want to draw something symmetrical, and it helps with your drawing practice too in general. So if you want to doodle in your day like me, but you feel overwhelmed with the doomy blank pages of your sketchbook staring back at you, then try squared, dotted or lined notebook instead. Don't forget, if you're looking for some cute and colourful additions to accompany your illustrations or to stick on your new notebook, you can see my full range of stickers and stationery by following the link in the description. And this month, if you enter the code weekly10, you'll get a 10% discount. Yay! Okay, now moving on. Reason 3, compact. This book is so small it can fit in any bag or even my pocket, making it the perfect travel sketchbook. It also fits perfectly in this little pocket in the back of my Hobonichi cover, which honestly is just adorable. Having a smaller sketchbook makes it feel less overwhelming. You have a smaller page to fill in and it doesn't feel like this huge task that I have to do. I just add a little doodle here and there when I feel like it and then colour it in. I hope I managed to continue the weekly journal because I'm really loving the way it is looking. I think it's so fun to be able to see a snapshot of my week done purely in drawings. I think I actually might like to make this weekly journaling into a regular series, so stay tuned for more weekly journal with me videos. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye!